Rahu's and Ketu's transit. Rahu in Gemini and Ketu in Sagittarius. Plus, this video especially is going to be more focused on Saturn and Ketu conjunction. As promised, I'm going to tell you about Rahu and Ketu conjunction, Rahu and Ketu transit also. But this video is basically about Saturn and Ketu's conjunction. Saturn is already in Sagittarius. Ketu is going to be joining it on 7th of March. 7th of March 2019 till 26th of January 2020. They are going to be conjuncted in one house, that is Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a fiery sign, which means aggressive outputs can come out because both of the planets are malefic. It means some changes. Change in the old pattern, occupying the new, actually getting fit to do and start accepting the new patterns. Maybe a change in the thought process, because Sagittarius is the 9th house in the Kalpurusha, and 9th house denotes basic thoughts, belief, religion pattern, basics, root of your thoughts. So that base could also get shaken and changed. You might actually start thinking on a new perspective. Ketu also gives moksha. It's moksha-karaka, enlightenment, long journeys, pilgrimages. When we talk about Saturn, Saturn is an energy which delays, disciplined, hard work, too much of reality check, show. It's just like a mirror. Judgment, detail, and lessons. Saturn wants you to learn lessons. It wants you to show and come up with the reality. What is. It is in front of you. You have to accept it. You have to change your patterns. You have to introspect. You have to start thinking again. Because you need to work hard. You need to be disciplined. That is what Saturn gives you. It gives you judgment of the past acts. Whatever you've done, you need to learn from them. It could be good also. And Ketu is moksha-karaka, enlightenment giving. It is also the controller and collector of the past life issues. It brings to you the past lives, patterns, and whatever you've done. It brings to you that also. So past lives, whatever issues has been there, the lessons you need to learn through them can be presented through Ketu here. It could be that it could also lead to some losses. See, it's a very fiery sign. It's both of them are malefic. The conjunction is very like, it's a key conjunction. So change can be there. Many people are already suggesting that it is going to be very hot summers, like hot, very, very cool winters and very cold winters, and it might lead to hot summers also, because all the this transit till November until the Jupiter going to be a partner of this conjunction. Before that, all the summer season is there, and it could be very aggressive and very hot summer this time. Natural calamities can also be seen through earthquakes or seismic, some changes, or just movement of the seismic plates. Aggression between two countries is also possible. Aggression between two people living together in a house. Relationship could be at the verge of change and break. It could be a make or break time. Already Saturn and Ketu has a pattern of conjuncting together between 11 to 12, 10 to 12 years. After almost 11 years, they conjunct. The last conjunction was in Leo in 2007-8, when the stock market actually went down. Change of place can be possible. Changes, whatever you are not ready to change, you need to kick off from your life, can be there. Even it is just your weight. I really want to change that. But it is like, it's a wave. Saturn will always wants to have a delayed thing, because Saturn gives you delays. It is giving you a delayed pattern. You want to change, but delay would be there. You want to be truthful to yourself, but delay would be there. The old pattern and habits needs to go away, but change is going to be delayed, and hence can disturb you, irritate you, and can lead to aggressive behavior. Your own aggressive behavior. Not only your partners or your relatives or your friends or your family. And heated arguments. It could be a chaos. It could be the higher studies you need to do, and then you learning through them, but you feel very lonely, because Ketu also gives introspection. Ketu also gives quietness. Ketu always gives introspection when you don't want to be in connect with a number of people. You want to be a loner. It's not being alone, it's being a loner. You want to have some time for yourself. You want to actually grow for yourself. You want to actually put some efforts for the enlightenment which you are here for. You actually want to do whatever lessons you want to learn. The three nakshatra of Sagittarius are Moola, Purvashada and Uttarashada. Ketu will first, as it moves retro, it will first go into Surya's Uttarashada, which is ruled by Surya. Then Purvashada is ruled by Venus, and the third one is Moola, which is Ketu's own nakshatra, ruled by Ketu only. So this is what we can actually see. But the basics is that you could be very selfish. The self-belief pattern will change. You want to actually put more time for yourself. You want to actually give yourself more time. Judge yourself. Your fundamentalist behavior will come up. You could be very rigid. If you want to do this, you will only stick to that only. So you're not going to be that adaptable. It could be the energies in the air. Energies transit. There are changes which are going to come, which could be health related changes, which could be your family related changes, your anything related to whatever you've been thinking of, or your studies or anything. Then you can have a different pattern also. Your thinking patterns, your higher studies. On top of that, Rahu would be aspecting. So, breakup of relationship, newness. Rahu will give you more opportunities to think ahead. If you are in one relationship, it can actually show you 2, 3 or more. So, it is going to give you more options also. You need to introspect. You need to choose. You need to choose wisely. So, you need to put more time. And you could be a very, rigid devoter also. You could be your devotion could be very rigid. If you are eating, your diet patterns would be different. Very rigid. You don't want to eat that, you are not going to eat at a place where you feel that it is not worth it. Or you could have different, if you are rigid about your gym physical appearance, then you are going to be very rigid. It is about a disciplinary action through Saturn and the rigidity and the fundamentalist change which could have come along from the past lives. So you need to learn those repeated issues, repeated problems, repeated patterns in life. It could be a relationship that you're always attracting through your vibrations and frequencies, a similar type of relationship issues, and people are taking you for granted, and so many relationships and still they are taking you for granted. So you need to learn and change the pattern. This is the time to do that, so that people are not going to take you for granted. If you need to change the place, you need to do that. So you need to introspect in this time. It is the time to introspect, change for the good. Don't fear it. If you're not taking care of your health, this could be the time. Through some incident where you would be hurt or in pain, but you need to learn to take care of your body. Ketu is body also. It represents body also. It's your body without head. Rahu is your head. I'm going to tell you all the sun signs and lagnas and rashis from Aries to Piscean. Aries, you need to be less rigid. It could be a guru or a mentor or a father figure that the relationship can go haywire there. It could be a physical loss, but more or less it could be mental. Because you might feel whatever they're teaching you, you might feel whatever they have been suggesting you is not done. And you need to change the perspective. And you might not be in a very communicative relationship with the person. In that sense, you could feel a loss. The delays would be such that the communication gap would not fill soon. And you need to think. Nothing more than that. So, this could be that your enlightenment is very near, that you want to see what is real, that you want to and you need to be in parallel to what you are really here for, to learn that. Taurians, 8th house, this transit is going to be, this conjunction of Saturn and Ketu is going to be in the 8th house, where the 8th house always suggests transformation. It could be death of the old patterns, old situations, whatever you've been thinking. See, it is also inheritance house. Rahu expecting it from above, from the 2nd house, could actually give you inheritance issues, insurance policies issues, some accidents, small problems related to your health. It could be your stomach, it could be skin, it could be hair. Operations, you need to be very careful. And recite Hanuman Chalisa. That will be very, very good for you. And along with that, I would suggest that you need to see, blood donation is very, very good at this point of time, so that you can avoid any accident. And if you are very that you can't do blood donation, especially on Wednesdays in Rahu Kal, which is 12 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. But if you're not able to do that, then you can always take this finger, second finger, which is the biggest finger, and you can always prick 1 drop of blood on the ground, so that accidents can be avoided. Because blood is being called for, needed. So you can do that. It could be ultra stress due to some responsibility also. Now Geminis, 7th house transit, change or make Change in a relationship. It could be make or break. A relationship could change. The perspective your perspective towards your partner can change. Her or his perspective can change. There would be, I'm not very happy about this transit. So many people are saying it's okay, but I'm not very happy because relationships can break. Relationship can have communication gap. Relationship can go accidentally aggressive. And it is not going to give you any warning, pre-warning also. Something can bring up a blast in a relationship. So you need to be very careful with your language. Saturn has been building up that kind of circumstances and situations sitting in that house, but it always gives delays. Coming together of Ketu with Saturn can lead to immediate, and you might feel that you are also at fault because you are also getting accustomed to this abusive relationship. So you might feel, I can't take this anymore. I can't be in this abusive relationship. I don't really want to be in this. So you will get ready to break up where you never was. You will introspect and can get ready to do any further step. Need to be very careful. It could be very challenging also. Cancerian, it is in the 6th house. The transit is in the 6th house. 6th house always being changed in the loans, and see, you might need loans for a journey abroad, or you want to settle down abroad and there you are not even happy about. You might not feel very, you might go there with all the expenses and everything. It could be a court case which will be very trouble creating for you. So you need to be very careful because you should not overstep the limits in any case. It should be loans. It could be loans. It could be fight. It could be court case. It could be normal illness, which could be very, very expensive. It might come up to be very expensive. Your lifestyle you want to change up with. Your maternal side of family can, the warmth can go away from the maternal side of the family. Leo, 5th house transit. 5th house transit, I always feel 4th, 5th, and as I said, the 7th house and the 10th house, it creates a havoc for me, basically, because I am an emotional person. But that's my personal this thing. 5th house is the children's house. So you might feel that children are not even listening to you. They want their own path. They used to follow you blindly. Now they are not very happy to follow you. They want to have their own equations. Your expectations towards your children need to change now. There could be a communication gap and a void. You need to be very careful. It could be your creative fields also. It could be a love relationship which has been going very, very warm. Can create, you might need another step forward and the other person is not ready to give you that. In that case, you might need to break the relationship. It could be the warmth you were feeling with the person can go missing. Your creative fields might need another change. So there are a lot of changes that we're looking for. You might be more career oriented. You might have more opportunities than were given to you initially. So you might be more concentrated on the money issues rather than your children or your creative field or the love life. It could be you also, not only the other person. Virgos. Virgos, 4th house. The transit is going to be in the 4th house, so the comforts of the house can get changed. You might feel that you're not very comfortable in the house. You might want to change the house. It could be due to some transfer. It can occur due to some transfer also. It could be that some legal issues might come up. You might take up a project where you need to have more space So you might change. There could be some change in the house, and your relationship issues could also get some disturbances, especially with your own mother. Libras, it is going to be in the 3rd house, so you need to do more hard work. There could be small journeys. You need to be very careful with the young siblings. The communication should be very good with them, especially your neighbors. It could get aggressive. You need to be very careful. Scorpios, it is going to be in the 2nd house. I don't want to make this video too long, my dear, so I'm just cutting short and being very, very quick about it, so that you actually know what you might face in the coming time, and then you can avoid it. My remedies will keep on coming with the transit and other planets also. Jupiter is going to be from late March, almost 22nd, 23rd March till 29th of April. It's going to be with them, Ketu and Saturn. So it is going to be in Sagittarius, and it's going to be really good for people who are getting more affected. And the warmth would be there. After 29th of April, I will put up some more videos so that you can avoid the coming times. About Scorpio, 2nd house transit, your speech, your communication could be affected, so you need to be very careful for your health also, your home, your house, your family issues. So you need to be very, very careful with the relations of the family, and you need to have some transformation in that, because your Rahu is already in the 8th house. So there is some change coming up. Rahu brings change, secrets. You will know that this family member is doing wrong. Still you need to abide by it. Still you need to be good to that person. So you need to learn to be patient. That is what these transit conjunctions are going to give you. Now Sagittarius, your Lagna is getting affected by, so transformation in yourself. You might go in for a change in your personality, which could be delayed also. You might go in for introspection, more meditations, more awakening things, more puja, more religious outputs. So you need to express yourself well. If you have gained weight, you would want to shed that off. So Saturn is going to be to make you more aware about it. And then Ketu would do something about it, and you would have more patterns of daily workout and everything. Capricorn, it is going to be in the 12th house. 12th house where sleep is going to be affected. 12th house where people are going to come from abroad, going to give you advices. Still you are going to feel very, very sad about things, because you might shift abroad and then you're not very happy about things. You might want to come back, so you need to be more patient. It could be just your studies also that you're there, so your expression might change. You might go very quiet. You would be a different person altogether, and the expenses are also going to be rocket high. Aquarius, it is going to be in the 11th house. Your social circle is going to be affected, but yes, money is going to be there, especially from the officers, from the government, from the higher authorities. It is going to be there. The social circle is going to benefit you, and then your elder siblings are also going to be there. But you might feel that there is a lot of time that you're investing in them, so you might don't want to go there. And then Pisces, it is going to be in the 10th house. You might feel very dissatisfied in whatever you're doing. The bosses are going to be very aggressive with you. You need to have a more communicative life with your bosses. You might actually change the workplace. You might get a new opportunity through some government job or something, but you need to be very careful. Your thinking can also change. There could be a relationship also change, and the house pattern change, because the exact opposite is Rahu sitting in the 4th house. So you need to be careful. The only thing that I'm stressing on is that you need to recite Vishnu Sahasranamam, which is a boon to this conjunction. You need to recite Aditya Hriday Stotra. But if you are not doing that, at least recite Vishnu Sahasranam, at least recite Sundarkand, or Bajrang Baan, which is very necessary. Please do that, friends. And the other remedies I am going to give off and on along with the Rahu and Ketu transit, which is going to be very important transit. You need to be very careful these days about the Mercury retro, because your speech can be affected, which can create a lot of havoc around you. Friends, don't forget to subscribe my channel, YouTube channel. Thank you so much for giving me such encouragement and appreciation. Please subscribe my channel. The red button of the subscription is just underneath. Thank you so much, friends.